How is everybody doing? Day 5 of our husband boot camp. And I hope everybody's still in. Again, this was never going to be easy, but it was going to be really, really effective. So day 1 was we are married for Olam Haba. Day 2 is no blaming. Day 3 was yesterday, show respect. And day 4 is a good offense beats a good offense is the best defense. So let me explain what that means. A good offense is the best defense. So I'm going to give a football analogy. So years ago, the Giants in 1990 played the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills had this high-powered offense. It was the no-huddle offense. They were scoring against everybody. They didn't even allow the other team time to prepare in between plays to get the right guy in. They would just get the ball, run it, get the ball, throw it. They had stars all over the place. Hall of Fame running back, Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Hall of Fame wide receivers. They were great. They played the Giants in the Super Bowl in 1990, and the Giants won the game narrowly after a field goal from Scott Norwood went wide right. Giants win the game, but one of the things, probably the biggest reason why the Giants won the game is not because really the Giants defense held the Buffalo Bills, which they did. They held them, I think, to 19 points. I think the score of the game was 20 to 19. But that wasn't even where they really won the game. They really won the game by their offense because their offense just took the ball and ran and wasted time and ran and wasted time. Something called time of possession. The amount of time the Giants had the ball in their possession and kept Buffalo's offense on the sideline was 2 to 1. They had the ball 60 to 75% of the time over the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills didn't even get a chance to get their offense on. So what was the best part of the Giants defense was actually their offense. It was actually the fact that they just ran the ball and leaked clock. It's like that with a good marriage. Also, let me explain to you what I mean. So let's talk about a little story of a couple by the name of Jack and Diane. Okay, well, Jack and Diane. I've heard that little story before, but this one goes a little bit different. Jack and Diane were married for 7, 8 years when the passions started to go and wane in their marriage. Jack and Diane went to a few therapists and nobody could really help them. Jack says that basically he comes home and, he asks Diane, do you want to go out? Do you want to? And Diane's like, I'm not in the mood tonight, not tonight. And they just eat dinner and they really don't talk much during dinner. And the only time they have a good time is when they're playing with the kids or they're out with friends or family. Other than that, they never really enjoy each other's company, to which Jack says, I want the passion and the romance back in my life. And Diane says, yeah, it's the same thing. But look, he never shows me any respect. He never shows me any love. He never shows me anything. And to which he says, well, she never shows me this and she never shows me that. So, they're back this way. Or another story besides Jack and Diane, the same type of thing, but a little bit different, where it's another couple that actually presented into a third therapist. They were coming in because they said after 5 years of marriage, they can't stop fighting. And the husband says, I come home, she yells at me for everything I do. And I'm just on the defense all day long. I walk in the door, she's yelling at me for this, she's yelling at me for that, she's yelling at me for this. And she claims, well, he keeps screwing up. As I said, he didn't throw out the garbage like I told him. He didn't pay the water bill like I told him. He called my mother and said something that my mother didn't like, and I told him not to talk to my mother about that subject. So he keeps messing up. So they went to one therapist who looked at the husband and said, listen, I don't blame your wife for being angry. You got to shape up. They went to a second therapist that looked at the wife and said, listen, honey, I don't care what he's doing. Bottom line is, let it go and let it slide. Otherwise, you're going to keep fighting at him because he's never changing. And they came to a third therapist. So let's go back over both of these cases, Jack and Diane, where Jack and Diane just have no movement in the relationship whatsoever, no closeness, no passion, and the right word to use for that, but they have really no connection right now in their marriage. And the other one is where they have a connection, but they're always fighting. And both of those couples were given the same exact regimen by the therapist. This third therapist to the second couple. And what did he say? I don't care what has been going on. I really don't. This is what we're going to do. He says, Jack, I want you to have a good offense. What that means is during the day, in the morning before you leave, you're going to tell your wife goodbye. You're going to give her a kiss on the cheek. You're going to walk out of the door and you say, I hope you have a great day. You're going to make your bed. You're going to go out. You're going to text her randomly in the day, hope your day is going well. You're going to buy her gifts. You're going to tell her how much you love her and why you love her. You're going to compliment her every day. And Diane, the same thing. I promise you, your lack of passion and romance will go away because we're going to break the cycle of just nothing happening by injecting some offense into the relationship. And the second couple, second couple was given the same exact regimen. The second couple was told, I don't care what you did, and I don't care what you did. I don't care he keeps messing up, and I don't care you keep calling out on him. This is what we're going to do. Jack or husband, whatever your name is, before you leave, I want you to tell your wife goodbye. I want you to wish her a great day. I want you to make your bed. I want you to go out. I want you to randomly bring your wife gifts. I want you to go out once a week. I want you to text her during the day and tell her, I hope everything is going well in your day today. In this way, when you come home, your wife is not going to be so upset. And that's exactly the regimen we're giving everybody here. A good offense, being proactive, being positive, automatically diffuses so many situations. If I could tell you the deeper psychology of sometimes why women get angry at their husbands because they quote unquote keep messing up is because they're just looking for attention and this is the only way they know how to get it, which is almost a creepy thing for a man to hear, but that's probably in 95% of the cases the truth. And a lack of passion is certainly from the fact that nobody here wants to make a move to go ahead and add some compliments, add some positivity, add some things into the marriage. So the fourth thing that we're talking about now is a good offense beats a good defense. Anytime there is a fight, anytime there is a disagreement, know that the real source of this whole thing is that we don't really have enough equity put in the positive love bank. There's a bank. We keep making deposits there. If there's a fight, we don't have enough equity built in that. I didn't cash everything in yet. I didn't put all my chips in there yet. And that's why my wife may be upset at me. And that is the lesson. A good offense is the best defense. Anytime you're fighting or arguing or having some type of squabble or there's a lack of pump in the relationship, for lack of a better word. No, the right, you pep. There's no hop in your relationship step. Just know where it's coming from. Because there's not enough cachet. There's not enough money of positivity built into the bank. So let's start depositing from now. Okay, day 4's task. Remember, let's just keep calculation. Day 1's task was make a list. Day 2's task was you're going to apologize to your wife for something. Day 3's task was we are going to affirm before we walk into our house that although I had a hard day at work today, my job really starts now. And day 4's task is going to be something that you should be doing all the time. And that is a good offense. And what is the first step of a good offense? To compliment your wife every day. I would say the first day, give 3 compliments. I usually like to give 3 compliments every day. And let me explain to you how to give the perfect compliment. For instance, I'm going to get very graphic here. So this may be, needed to be checked. But when I mean checked, I mean just make sure you're listening to this privately. But we're going to get very honest now. Let's say it's around that time where, you think you and your wife are going to, quote unquote, be together, you're going to be intimate, and you tell your wife, you look great, you're so beautiful. It's a nice compliment, but it's pretty much ineffective. Because to her, all that's resonating is that, yeah, of course you're saying that you want to be with me, I get it. You understand? Or you're with people and somebody compliments your wife's food, and you say, yeah, she's really a great cook. Yeah, it's ineffective. It's coming off of the last person. So just like we spoke about the proper way to give an apology, we're going to talk about the proper way to give a compliment. Number 1, compliments have to be real. They have to be genuine. You can't fake compliment somebody. It doesn't work. You can't go ahead and tell you what you're so smart when you don't think she's so smart. It just doesn't work. It's not going to come across genuine. So it has to be something real, something really that you respect your wife for. Her cooking, the way she looks, how good she is with the children, how calm she is, how smart she is, so on and so forth. And you're going, so first thing is it's got to be real. Second thing is it has to be specific. That means it can't just be the food is great. I once sat on a table. There was a bunch of son-in-law sitting on the table. I wasn't related to the family. I was just there for Shabbat. And one son-in-law said, "Mom, the food is great." The other son-in-law said, "Mom, everything's delicious." Third one said, "Mom, everything's delicious." Wasn't the fourth son-in-law goes, "Mom, the peas. Are you putting more allspice? Because it's unbelievable." And she looks at her fourth son-in-law and she's like, "Yes, actually, yes, that's the truth." Like, you notice what changed. The other three son-in-laws said the food is great, just like he did, but his was specific and it was genuine. So we got to be specific. A compliment like, "Oh wow, honey, you're so smart," is sometimes ineffective. A better compliment is, "That was amazing how you dealt with your mother like that. You're very smart when you deal with people on how you tiptoed around your mother being angry at you and you totally diffused the situation." Now that's a compliment. So the first thing, it has to be real. Second thing, it has to be specific. And the third thing, it has to show how it talks to you. You understand? Meaning to say is, I really respect when you spoke to your mother just before. That really shows me that I'm like married to somebody who knows what shalom means. I really respect the way you deal with the children. I'm so happy when I'm in work and I just think about the fact that you're the one that's bringing up my children. And I'm so proud because I know my children are going to be brought up right. That's specific, that talks to you, and that's also genuine. So the task of the day is 3 genuine compliments to your wife. "I respect you because dot dot dot." Good luck.